Barakatah Hawa, Barakatah Hawa Shai. Barakatah Hawa, Barakatah Hawa Shai. Barakatah Hawa, Barakatah Hawa Shai. All praise to Yahweh Bashim Hawa Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles that rule well. And salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. Now this is just another article. It says end of nuclear weapons or end of us. Choice is ours. Anti-nuclear weapons group ICANN. Right, so no, the choice isn't ours. The choice is up to Yahweh Shema Shai because it was already prophesied that there was going to be that these nuclear weapons were created for a purpose. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab this Isaiah. Chapter 54, verse 16, it says, Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals, right? So the Lord created the scientist that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, right? So the Lord created the scientist that created the nuclear missile to bring that instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy it, right? And that waster is the nuclear missile. So the Lord created them scientists and had them create the nuclear missile, man, for the sake of World War III, man. So ain't no ICANN, as you can see, ICANN, them believing in themselves, ICANN. You know, they're not gonna prevent this war, this nuclear war that's coming. That's why articles like this are coming out. So let me bring out this scripture. This is Revelation chapter 9, verse 12. It says, One woe is past, and behold, there come two woes more hereafter. Right, then woes represent World War I, World War II, and World War III. Everybody know that World War III is supposed to be a nuclear war. So, you know, the Lord is orchestrating all of this, man. All right, it says the file photo taken in 1971 shows a French nuclear test explosion in Marora Atoll, French Polynesia in the southern Pacific Ocean. It's a Nobel Peace Prize winning anti-nuclear weapons group has warned that the world is one tantrum away from nuclear war. It says international campaign to abolish nuclear weapons. Executive Director Beatrice Finn made the remarks on Sunday while accepting the prestigious prize in Oslo. Right, so Esau, came up with groups that campaign to abolish nuclear weapons. But ultimately, that's not going to happen until the kingdom come. So Esau, and at that time, y'all going to be in slavery, So this is Ezekiel chapter 39, verse 9. It says, And they that dwell in the cities of Israel shall go forth, and shall set on fire and burn the weapons, right, including these missiles, both the shields and the bucklers, the bows and the arrows, and the handstaves and the spears, and they shall burn them with fire 7 years. Right, so ultimately, them weapons are not going to get burned until the kingdom come, man. And that's when the Lord going to have us, his men, when he give us that spiritual power, his elect, go around and collect the weapons and burn them. All right, it says, the deaths of millions may be one tiny tantrum away. Let me look up this word, tantrum. Okay, it says, the deaths of millions may be one tiny tantrum away. We have a choice, the end of nuclear weapons or the end of us, she said. A moment of panic could result in the destruction of cities and the deaths of millions of civilians, right? And that's what they mean by tantrum. You know how kids throw tantrums. It's it says a moment of panic could result in the destruction of cities and the deaths of millions of civilians from nuclear arms, she said, adding that the risk of such arms was greater today than during the Cold War. It says ICANN is a coalition of hundreds of grassroots non-governmental groups which campaign for the United Nations Nuclear Prohibition Treaty. Finn's remarks were made in an apparent reference to Washington's Pyongyang tensions brewing in the Korean Peninsula. U.S. President Donald Trump has on several occasions threatened North Korea with total destruction, while North Korea leader Kim Jong-un has responded along the same lines. All right, so that's wars and rumors of wars. Right now, it's a rumor of war that America is going to go to war with Korea. You know, it says tensions have been building on the peninsula following a series of nuclear and missile tests by Pyongyang, as well as threats of war and personal insults traded between Trump and the North Korean leader. So yeah, like I said, that's wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all this must come to pass. Let me see, where is it at? Matthew chapter 24, verse 6, and ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Right, so this right here between North Korea and Trump is a rumor of war, man. But as you can see, we got wars going on in the Middle East right now between them little countries right now, man. They call them proxy wars, man, between the various nations over there. The major war between Russia and America is yet to come. That's what World War III is about. I had another scripture, but I forgot it. All right, yeah, that's the end of the lesson. All praise to Yahweh by Shema Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth with sincerity. Shalom.